If you're a university student, you probably know how stressful it can be. One of the biggest forms of stress is budgeting and managing money, especially when it comes to food. Statistics show that Mount Royal students spend $3,000 per semester on food expenses. Braden Cordero is a third year student at Mount Royal. He says managing a budget is hard as a student, especially when you don't have a meal plan.
Between trying to pay for rent, paying for gas, which is extremely expensive nowadays, and like buying textbooks, making food is very difficult at the moment. Like I'm living foot to mouth as it is, and that's me being very generous. So the fact that I'm able to make anything edible.
Timurbek Shamirzayev is a student at University of Calgary. He also feels the pressures of trying to feed himself on a student budget. However, he is also a part-time chef and a grocery store worker. Through his jobs, Shamirzayev has picked up a few tips on how to eat on a budget.
Being a student can be extremely expensive, and I have definitely felt overwhelmed at times. I think one of the most important tips for eating on a student budget would be to cook at home.
Today, Shamirzayev is going to show you how to cook a delicious recipe and give you some tips on how to save money.
To make honey mustard chicken with sides, the ingredients you will need are 2 chicken breasts, 1 bag of frozen sweet potato fries, 1 carton of chicken stock or broth, 1 broccoli crown or just a bunch of florets, honey, mustard, Dijon would be preferable, vinegar, any should be good, salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, cornstarch, and olive oil.
Step 1. Prep and cut your chicken.
And a really good tip would be to meal prep in advance. So essentially, if it's a Sunday and you've got some free time, I would highly recommend doing this recipe or like any other recipe that works in your schedule so that you have something to eat ahead of time.
Step 2. Cook and season chicken in oil at medium heat.
So while you're waiting for the chicken to cook through, it's important to note that you can actually do price matching at a lot of the stores that you shop at. It could be a good way to find a good bargain and find the best prices.
Step 3. When the chicken browns on the underneath side, it's time to flip. Step 4. Once the chicken is mostly cooked, let it rest on a plate. Step 5. Keep the stove on medium and add 1/4 cup of chicken stock, 1 teaspoon equal parts cornstarch and water, 1 tablespoon Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, salt to taste, and stir until thickened. Step 6. Add chicken back into the pan and coat with the sauce until fully cooked. Step 1. Cut broccoli into small florets. Step 2. Fill a small amount of water into a pot and bring to a boil to steam the broccoli. Step 1. Season your fries. Cover in cornstarch for crispy fries. Add olive oil and mix.
Given my experience as a cashier, I've learned that from any store, if you can collect points and redeem them, you will save a great deal of money.
Step 2. Lay fries out flat on a baking sheet and cook for 12 to 15 minutes at 425. And now you're done.
And just one final tip about saving money as a student. What you can do, honestly, is you can use coupons. So the $1 off ones or the $5 off ones. And if you can find them, sometimes you can find coupons where you get just the item for free, which is pretty fantastic.
By incorporating these 5 tips into your life, budget-friendly eating will be much easier. For CMRU.ca, I'm Mohana Holloway.
And I'm Taliah Monette.